heat of row, they travel side by side. Three wicked sisters with darkness in
Welcome back,
mind.
friends. I'm here with my Dark Elf group again. We're going to do another Lost Dungeons of Norrath. It's been the ongoing theme, at least for now, so I'll stick with it for a little bit until this maybe starts to get boring or something like that. So we are here in South Row, and I think we're in North Row, actually. Yes, we're in North Row, which is good because we already did South Row. South Row takes you to the Guck mission. So here's the adventure recruiter, so let's talk to him. And I don't want to do another rescue mission. The rescue missions are really tedious. I learned my lesson, so I'm going to just go for risk high, and we'll try to do something a little different. We'll go with a collection. How's that? At least that way it's not another kill count. So risk high collection request. We must collect 29 sparkling sand samples. Accept. And here we go. We got 30 minutes to get into the dungeon. And it looks like we just have to head south to the entrance. I'm just taking a second to use auto follow, which of course it always takes a second because you gotta target your main character. I know that I could create a macro that will target the main character that I drive with and hit follow all at once, but as you may notice, I'm driving the team with Dismay this time, where I was originally driving it with Tristah the past few videos, because I want to make sure that I'm practicing certain skills on each character. It's especially important for a character like a rogue, because rogues have all these additional abilities, and you really want to practice them, like things like hide and sneak and all that. Disarming traps is always a good one. So this is it. It looks like maybe a pool of quicksand or something. You just click on the ground. Okay, now here's one of the important things. I want to make sure I switch my keys out. I want to put my assist key up there so I'm not accidentally clicking on it. And I guess I can move backstab over here for now. I also want to make sure my other characters have an assist key. Tristah here does not currently have one. I want to make sure I have it and that the thing is correct. So there we go. Assist main. I just decided let's create sort of a second hotbar, because you know you can do your arrow left, right, and sort of switch to another set of keys. And I think that's going to help me to just, you know, anytime I switch, I could switch back and forth easier in the future, and it's probably going to just help me a lot. All right, I'm good with that. And yeah, the tank already has one. So we're all set. We're good to go. I've got mercs. I'm, you know, happy with the setup. We got, I think, a rogue merc, a healer merc, a tank merc, even though we have a Shadowknight in the group. You may notice I did do a dye job on everybody's armor, because being blue with blue armor is just a little more blue than I wanted. I started feeling like that song, like I'm blue, da-da-dee. So it was just a bit too much blue. I can't picture dark elves wanting to have blue armor with their blue skin. I assume they'd want more either silver or gold or just black armor or something, you know, with their wicked nature. Oh, I mean, you know, their carefree nature, because they're not wicked at all. They're just misunderstood, right? So we got attacked by this crazy golem looking thing. No, so the Shadowknight is using their two-hander. Let's switch to a two-hander for the ranger as well, because I want to make sure I'm practicing that skill a little bit. I do want to maybe cast some spells with the ranger as well. So I'm going to try to be casting the conjure spell, the stinging swarm, because that will make them practice conjuration, which they don't do often enough. And then, okay, I've got 2. We'll do disease and the snare with the Shadowknight. All right, we're good. We've got this thing, crystallized gravel manacle. Okay, I thought it was going to be like some kind of piece of armor. I kind of knew it wasn't. I thought it was, I don't know what I thought it was, because I saw the one there. I sometimes, you know, you don't see something for a while and you forget what the hell it is. I really don't remember ever seeing that before, though. All right, so at least I did get my conjuration up with the ranger enough to where I'm not fizzling every 5 seconds with the stinging swarm. And I want to make sure I keep that skill up. I don't want to go through that again. If anybody remembers one of my previous videos, what did I do? I complained a lot. What did I complain about? The stupid fizzle rate of that spell. Yes, sir. It was just awful. It just wasn't fun. I thought there was a mob standing here. It's a chair. I think I need new glasses. I think it's time to have my eyes checked again. That's a robe. It's just a robe ornament. Ah, poo. Don't need it. Don't really want it. I think I just sent it all to Tristah. I did not mean to do that, but we had somebody level up just now too. I heard the ding. I forgot. I do have some things that I sent to myself in the parcels, and I forgot to get them. I think some of it was like arrows for my ranger and my Shadowknight, like arrows that don't suck, and maybe some weapons. I'm not sure, but I forgot to get them. Oh well. Maybe I can pick them up after the video. Is that tree alive? Yes, it is. Ooh, these guys are conning red to me, man. If this was a level 100 plus, I'd be pooping myself right now. Because a level 100 fighting a red is usually a death sentence. Unless you're wearing like raid type gear or something. Maybe a full group of mages can do it. We have a leather cap, of course, because there's nobody in this group wearing leather at all. Maybe that would have been something if I could have made like a dark elf monk. That'd be kind of interesting. You know, I'm sure dark elves are very religious to their own deity that they like Bertoculus or Inaruk. We had another ding. All right, I think that was, yeah, is that where we came from? I don't know, man. Okay, this is a room that I guess it's open if you're doing a raid because it's blocked now. Is there something over here? I think I already went in there. So let's go back out this way and to the left. Okay. Yeah, again, without maps, I would be a lot worse at this game than I am. I'm already not great at it. One of my friends in the guild helped me get the newish game, or I don't know how new it is. They've been working on it for a while, right? Pantheon, is it what, Rise of the Fallen or something, or I've fallen and I can't get up. I can't remember what the full title was, but it was Pantheon something or other. And I played that on a live stream a little bit, and that was fun. It's reminiscent of Everquest. It seems and feels kind of like a mashup between Everquest 1 and Everquest 2 because it's got features from both games. One is like node farming. You can harvest trade skill materials from nodes. And some of it's pretty interesting, like you fight a rat or a deer, you know, any kind of animal that might have a hide or a pelt. And once you've looted the stuff off the animal, you can also skin it with a skinning knife. So you skin it, and then you can use the skin to make like a backpack or some leather armor of some kind. And I thought that was pretty cool. You gotta gather up roots, and you could weave the roots into fibers or like twine and stuff for tailoring. So I guess you can make yourself some cloth armor, maybe a robe, something like that. The only thing that's gonna keep me from playing it a lot really is the fact that I've already been informed that they're gonna be deleting characters at some point. You're gonna get wiped, so don't get attached to your character. And knowing that makes me not want to work too hard on it, you know? But it does seem like there's a big audience for that, because while we were playing Pantheon on the live stream, I had over like 20 viewers. I think I had up to 26, or maybe even slightly more at the very peak, you know, of the thing. I think actually I had 27 when I was logging out, and it made it really hard to want to log out, because who wants to log out when you've got that many viewers watching? You kind of want to keep them watching, right? It's still being worked on, so there's a lot of stuff. I think some of the mobs were like filler mobs, because you could tell they weren't finished. They were boxy, like more so than normal. They weren't properly textured. So that's a thing. But there's also Monsters and Memories. It's, you know, a similar game that also has aspects of both games. We've got ornate boots. We'll send that to Phobia, the Shadowknight, but I think she's already got that. Yeah, she's already got ornate boots, of course, because they're not going to give me something I actually need. They'll just give me junk. All right, here we go. It's like I knew something was going to attack me when we got in. I just didn't know what it was. I think I'm going to pull this one first on this side, because I can get it without getting that rock monster. Rock monster! It wasn't a rock, it was a rock monster. I apologize. I can't help it. It's like a disease. Some stupid thought enters my head, and I must utter it. As ridiculous as it sounds. I need to trigger my poison. Yeah, because I don't have either one of them up. There's my slow poison and my actual poison. I'm trying to slowly get my, what do you call it? Alcohol tolerance up on these characters too, so each one of them has like a stack of beer, and I'm trying to consume one every like 5 minutes, hoping it won't make my character drunk or dizzy, but it'll help them skill up over time. Why would you want to skill up alcohol tolerance, you may ask? I'm glad you thought of that question. Wow, you're good viewers. Because there are monsters, especially at higher levels, like these vampires that we encountered at like 110, 115, something like that. And they have some sort of a power ability, whatever the heck it is, like a curse that makes it like you're drunk. And if your tolerance is up like over 500, it's barely going to affect you, right? It's not going to mess you up nearly as much. And I think it wears off a lot faster too. Even skills like alcohol tolerance, it pays to try to skill them up. We are just leveling up after every other kill here, aren't we? Let's see, so I'm 35 now. Is there an XP bonus? Because I'm feeling like there is. It just says you gain party experience. Oh, there's a frog. Well, he's about to croak. Get it? You know, he's gonna croak because we're gonna kill it. Yeah, I didn't think it was funny either, man. I'm just trying to do this for your benefit. I wonder if I should maybe set up an alarm like on a phone I wonder if there's... You guys can answer this for me, possibly. Is there a site, like a website, that maybe you can go to and have an alarm, that you set that goes off just every 5 minutes without having to do anything else? Like, you set it for 5 minutes to go off every 5 minutes until you hit stop. And every 5 minutes, it'll go ding ding and move on without you having to, hit the stop button. Is there a site like that? If there is, please tell me the URL. I'd be really happy to know, because that could be a useful thing. Maybe I could do it every 5 minutes for when I'm just playing characters, so I know when it's time to take another drink. Because like I said, I want to practice the alcohol tolerance on the characters that I play ever since we encountered these stupid vampires in... I think it was either Scorched Woods or Firestorm. No, Skyfire. Fire Sky. I can't remember the name of shit anymore. Skyfire. I'm pretty sure it was Skyfire. But they were like vampires, and they would make you drunk. So yeah, I want to make sure any of my characters, in case I end up playing them up into those levels, I would really like to have the skill started, at least. Because it's really a pain in the butt to skill up from 0. But if you start early, the earlier you start, the better off you'll be. Oh, look, there's a chest over here. Don't really want to mess with it, but hey, it's good practice. So let's sense traps on it. It says you are certain the sandy chest is trapped. Disarm traps. You have disarmed the sandy chest. Okay. So let's do sense traps again. It's not trapped. Okay, so let's do a pick lock on it. You have successfully picked the sandy chest. So now all we have to do is hit open. There we go, folks. That's how it's done. Oh, what did we get? A potion fills your body with energy, increasing your stamina strength for a while. And then we got some... That's probably just vendor trash. I don't think this potion's going to be highly useful, so let's just drink it now. Okay? Let's drink it now. It did not take hold. Blocked by harnessing of spirit. Well, at least it didn't consume the potion, so that's a good thing. But yeah, if you've got a shaman with you, then the potion is completely useless. I just thought about, this is a collection, and I've been looting everything. Let's look at our progress. We've got 26 of the 29 items that we're looting. And okay, so we're looting something called Sparkling Sands. It looks like that's a dead end. Oh, hey, it's a trap, man. You are certain that the poison cloud trap is trapped. Wow, I'm certain that a trap is actually a trap. And that it is trapped. There we go. It'd be neat if, like, when you walk through the broken ruins, that you could just kick them down the stairs. I don't know. I think that would be funny. Alright, we did it! We did it! Yay, we did it. We completed the mission, guys. I don't know if I shared any kind of wise or helpful hints or tips during this thing. So let's go to one of my old favorites, okay? Remember, /BARTER, Barter, press enter, and you have the Barter tool. With the Barter tool, you could go down and look for things like cloth bolt. Select it in here. This is stuff that's in your inventory. Press the search button, and you may find things appear here like people wanting to buy cloth bolts. Currently, no one is trying to buy it. Let's try crude silk. Someone's offering 5 platinum per 1 crude silk. So if I want to, I can sell it to them. And I'll do that even though I usually keep them just as an example. So I hit the sell button, and I'm still here in the dungeon. And it took a second. There was a little bit of lag. But it did say you've sold 1 crude silk to Medara for 5 platinum. So let's do a search for some other things. It looks like it's still here also. If you want, you can hit refresh, and that will refresh and remove anything that you've already sold so you don't get confused. Gonna, just click on a few random things here. Okay, I clicked on geode, but there's these other geodes. They're not the same thing. They're very different, and they're offering money for those. What about the ore? Let's do a search for the ore. Someone's offering 10 platinum for ore, and I've got 5 of them. So again, as an example, let's sell these 5 ore. You could use the slider here, since you have more than one. You could sell all 5, hit accept. We've sold 5 of the iridium ore for 50 platinum. Don't even have to be in the bazaar. So again, this is one of my favorite additions to the game. Even if you are a free-to-play player, you can do this. You can sell. These are just medium quality cat pelts, and someone's offering 100 platinum for medium quality cat pelts. Normally I keep these, but I don't know if I can resist the 100 platinum each. I sell 2 of them, that's 200 platinum. So let's do that actually. Sell 2. Because medium quality cat pelts are actually pretty common. I'm going to keep the binding powder, okay, which is fine because they're not offering like 100 plat each. Otherwise, it would have been difficult to say no to that too. The price that you offer as a buyer, for example. So if you're a buyer, note you have to have a gold account to be a buyer. A seller, you could do free to play, but as a buyer, you have to have a gold account. The more you offer, of course, the more people are going to be tempted to sell you their stuff. Here is some raw hides for research trade skill. Okay, and nobody's wanting to buy those right now. Ruined wolf pelt. I didn't think anybody'd be offering anything for that. I'm surprised I even have a ruined pelt in my inventory. That's going to have to be removed later. Thick silk. That's another thing. We could sell that. There's only 1. And again, we sold 1 thick silk. We got 10 platinum. So you could go down and check every single thing that you have and see who is offering money to buy it. It's a easy way for you to earn some platinum for your character. Even if you are free to play and you can't sell things in the bazaar as a seller, but you can use the barter tool. You also want to keep in mind there are going to be some players out there that are going to offer way too little for whatever it is you're selling. One example is like gems, like diamonds, emeralds, things like that. The diamonds you could sell to any merchant, NPC merchant, for over 100 platinum. There are players that may try to buy a diamond off of you for just 5 or 10 platinum. Please don't sell it to them for the 5 or 10 platinum. You're doing yourself a disservice by doing that. They're gonna probably just sell it to an NPC and get the 100 plus platinum for it for themselves. So don't be silly, try to do a sort of a reality check of what some of these trade skill items might be worth to a merchant before you sell them. You might look them up on Alakazam, or just try to remember some of the good ones. Like the gems, I would wait until you're in Plane of Knowledge to sell the gems, because most of them are worth more. But the trade skill items I sold, I already know from memory that most of them will sell for less than 1 platinum. So getting 10 or even just 5 platinum for a pelt or a hide or something like that, or a piece of ore, when you normally get less than 1 platinum from any merchant, is worth it, okay? Unless you want to save that ore for yourself to use it in crafting. Because if you always sell all of your ore, but you want to do blacksmithing later, well, you're going to have to either farm the ore again or all yourself, or you're going to have to purchase it from others. And who knows what people are going to want for their ore later on. Hey there, look, there's a barrel over here. So I'm going to try to sense traps on it. You are certain that the wooden barrel is trapped. Disarm traps. You have disarmed the wooden barrel. Something I always do is I wait for the cooldown so I can sense traps on it again, just to confirm that it is now not trapped. And then I'll even do disarm again, and it says it was not trapped. So then I'll do a pick lock on it. You have failed to pick the barrel, so I might try to pick it again. You have successfully picked a wooden barrel. Okay, so now we could just hit the open button, and we opened it successfully. We didn't have to bash it like some kind of wild savage. And we got Heat Awareness 3, reduces the mana cost of fire-based spells by up to 5%. Bonus will decay on spells over level 60. I guess I could give this to like the Shadowknight, because they've got like Heat Blood. I could probably give it to the Ranger as well. Now, unfortunately, you may remember from watching me play these, sometimes you're going to cross things that are trapped that you cannot pick as a rogue. You can't undo the trap as a rogue because they're like magical, they're cursed or whatever. And so you need an actual caster to be able to remove that curse. And that kind of sucks. I figured we were going to get all of them at once. But of course they were no match for us. We kicked their butts. We have an ornate dagger. It's a ratio of 0.4. The other daggers I have are much better. Has anybody watching my videos recently decided, hey, I miss doing Lost Dungeons, and made some new characters and decided to run around do some Lost Dungeons? Let me know in the comments. What's your favorite Lost Dungeons of Norrath zone? Have you ever come across any really good Lost Dungeons of Norrath loot while doing your mission that was actually better than some of the Defiant stuff? I don't think I have. I think all of it is worse than the Defiant, at least with stats. I have found some weapons though where the damage delay ratio was not bad, and I ended up using it for a little while. It might have actually been better than the Defiant. It just, like, yeah, the Defiant had much better stats, but stats really don't mean a whole lot for combat, especially if you're a character that is like a rogue or a ranger or a monk, and you're not meant to get hit a lot. You're meant to do more damage. Then having a weapon with a really high damage delay ratio, right, is much better than having a crappier weapon, but with a lot of strength, dex, and AC and all that stuff. Because you don't need armor class as much if you're not getting hit. Now, yeah, if you're tanking, put on whatever it is that has more hit points and AC, because it will help. But if you're not the tank of the group, you really don't need all that. Wow, I don't remember this room at all. This might be the first time I'm actually in this particular dungeon. I think I've almost got this place cleared up. I don't think there's anything left. Oh, there's more! Oh wait, no. I think I got turned around, because this is the, where I want to go. Did I already do this room? No, I did not. Yeah, because there's a guy right here. There's a big-ass tree growing in here. How is it growing in here? There's like no sunlight. It's underground. We're subterranean, man. Yeah, there's like no sunroof. Is there a way to get up? Is there like a room up here? Because I see a door there. Yeah. Fortunately, my other characters did follow and didn't fall down the stairs. So we can do these other rooms up here in the spiral tower. I need to stop drinking milk. I had a freaking cupcake earlier. I know, I need to stop eating sugar like I'm a kid. But sometimes you want something with chocolate and sugar in it, okay? It's the only thing keeping my old ass sane. So anyway, I had not even a full glass. It was a tiny glass. It was like this glass. And it was like full only up to there. But that was enough to where now I'm fumbling over some words because I'm kind of phlegmy. So maybe it's not so much drinking milk is a terrible idea. It's drinking milk before trying to do a video is a terrible idea. I gotta make sure I run as close to the wall as possible so my two companions down there don't fall. I'll probably get kicked out of the dungeon soon. You've got about 30 minutes after you complete the mission to do whatever it is you want to do, like try to clear out the dungeon before it rejects you or ejects you from the dungeon. Makes you zone out. What the hell just hit me? It must be a trap on the other side of this door. It did it again. This stupid thing right here. Disarm traps. Stupid crap. Oh man, of course both of the whirlwinds came at me. Oh, there's one on the stairs. I didn't expect him. I might end the video when I get to the top of this, because I don't want to risk falling down. You know, multi-boxing, trying to climb down these long-ass stairs. I can use my my little stein to get back to plane of knowledge. You can also use, if you don't have steins, you could use the AA ability Throne of Heroes. It's under special, and everybody gets it on a live server at level 1. You have access to it. So that could be another helpful hint of the day. I'll go to it now. Here, you hit I for your inventory. You go to Alt Advancement. Also, make sure you hit Auto Grant. It doesn't do anything until you hit 51, but you want to have Auto Grant turned on if you have a gold account, because as soon as you hit 51, you get all your AA abilities. But you go here on the Special tab. You go down to... It's one of these. There it is. It was right there. My mouse was like lingering right next to it. Throne of Heroes. So you left click on that, make a hotkey. You could put it here. I have it right there. And when you click on that, it will magically whisk you away. It works just like a gate spell. It's just slower because everybody gets it. And it'll transport you to the guild lobby in the plane of knowledge. Now here's a note. If you're playing on a TLP, then there's a good chance you don't have access to it until the guild lobby is active, until it's opened for that server. So for example, if you're playing on Teak, I don't think you're going to have access to that AA ability yet. I don't remember when it becomes a thing, but you'll have to wait. But there is that other ability also. I don't know when that becomes available, but if you hit Alt Advancement, you go to General, and you go down here, and you hit Origin. Origin is available at level 5. So you can make a hotkey out of that, and that will gate you to your home city. That's also very helpful. It looks like we've reached the end here. We come full circle, and pretty sure we cleared out most of the dungeon. I'm going to take a quick look here with the Ranger's tracking. There's absolutely nothing on tracking. I don't know how good my skill is for tracking. Maybe let's take a quick look. Tracking is at 15, so not very good at all. I think what I'll need to do is I'm gonna have to have like tracking set on my hotbar, and I'll have to have it triggered when I do ASWD. So maybe instead of sneak for a while, I'll do tracking. So instead of 4, I'll do 6. That way I'm going to be activating tracking often and it will level up so much faster. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. It would really help me out. It would help me get seen in the algorithm and have my video suggested to more Everquest players out there. If you like what I do and you'd like to help support me and support my channel, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. As of filming, I'm not quite at 2K subscribers. I was really hoping to hit 2K by the new year. We've only got a couple of days left. I don't think it's going to happen. But when I do hit 2K, it's still going to be fantastic. So please help me get there. I would really appreciate it. If I've already hit 2K by the time you've watched this, well, help me on my way to 3K. Because you always want your channel to grow, right? You can also leave a super thanks on the video. A super thanks is like a little tip or donation. That's your way of saying, hey, this was helpful. Thank you. These tips are awesome. You can also join my channel as a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges, like a link to join my private Discord. If YouTube memberships are not your cup of tea, look at the links below my video here on YouTube, and you will see a link to my Patreon. Patreon patrons also get those same perks, like a link to join our private Discord. Patreon patrons also get a little bit of early access to some videos. Instead of them popping out at noon, they'll pop out at like 8 in the morning. So if that is something you're interested in, early access, I might even start putting them in a day in advance or something like that. I'm willing to listen to feedback and your suggestions. I want to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support. Not only have many of you subscribed or patroned my account, but you've resubscribed month after month for continuing support. You guys are my heroes. I really appreciate you. Yes, you over there sitting in that chair. Thank you so much. And you over there watching from the toilet. Don't be shy. It's okay. It's a valid choice. We all watch videos from the toilet sometimes. It's what it's for, right? So thank you for your support, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
Through the heat of road they travel side by side. 3 wicked sisters with darkness in mind test their skills with on a quest unkind. Tristah, Phobia, and Dismay ride. City of sand beneath desert lies. Sand elves, their guardians, wicked and wise, armed with axes and golems of stone, threatening them all with broken bones. We fight, we fall, but we rise again. In the depths of the desert, our strength won't wane. Shimmering sand is our prize to gain. Dark elf sisters racing through pain. Dismay's daggers sharp as a thorn. Tristah's spells leave enemies torn. Phobia's laughter like a devil's horn. Foes crumble to dust as the night's reborn. Golems charge with thunderous might. Sand elves scream, ready to fight. In the darkness, sisters take flight, casting shadows, bending the light. We fight, we fight.